All right, for those of us with low bone density, I'm going to do some jumping. Try to do this a couple times a week, 10 minutes, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of various jumping activities just to stimulate the bone to improve bone density. So here we go. Got my Tabata timer going. Okay, so the first round, I'm just going to jump up on this low step for 30 seconds. So feel free to do it with me. Increase your bone density and try to prevent bone loss. You need to stimulate the bone by putting impact on it.
Rest.
Okay, these low steps are good for something. Back in the day of step aerobics, I used to teach classes where do all sorts of routines on here to fun music to groups of people. But right now I'm catching my breath. Waiting for the next round. Okay, we're going to change direction. All right, so whatever you're comfortable with, whether it's this sort of thing or this sort of thing. Just trying to get impact and let our bones know that we need them to be stronger. Why do we have low bone density? Maybe we didn't absorb our nutrients that well while we had IBS for a couple decades, or people with celiac disease, people with medications that they take that aren't very helpful for the bones. Any number of reasons people can have low bone density. Okay, let's try single hops. So I'm just on my right foot this time, hopping up on this step, which is just a few inches high, just providing me with a nice landing spot. You could also hop down off the step. If you're worried that you're not going to be able to get up onto it, you could stand on the top, hop down, and then step back up.
Rest.
All right, so the next one we're going to do is the left foot. Whew, doing this together. Power to the women. Often men don't have issues with low bone density because they just start at a much higher level of bone mass than women do. But we start with lower bone mass, so once it gets below a certain threshold,
Work.
we need to be super careful. Not only work on stimulating the bone, but also work on our balance. It's one thing to have low bone density, but it doesn't matter a whole lot if you don't fall. It's the falling that causes the break. Okay, good.
Rest.
All right, let's think of something new for the next round. Maybe we'll do some lateral skaters. So you want to change the direction of the impact on the bone. That's why I'm doing a variety of exercises here. And I hope you're doing them with me. Hope you paused this, changed your clothes, got your shoes, and are getting after it. Okay, here we go. Now let's do some skaters, side to side. Shifting the direction of the impact on the bone. Turns out that runners, because they're always going in a straight line, their bone density is not always perfect because they're not stimulating the bone in different directions. Okay, good.
Rest.
Okay, for the next one, let's do a little hopscotch. I saw a girl at Smoothie King using the tiles to do hopscotch. I was like, ooh, that is awesome. So let's do that. I don't have any tiles here except this hardwood floor in what is supposed to be the dining room, but I already have a table in the kitchen, so I don't need 2 tables. What I need is a place to do this. So forward and back, act like you're doing hopscotch. Getting different directions of impact on the bone. I'm moving forward and back while I do it. It's kind of fun if you think about hopscotch being on the floor. Good. Okay, I think of the next one. But I do want to tell you, so Belinda Beck, 2 B's. Belinda Beck did a great research study on lifting heavy weights to improve bone density. It's called the Lift More study. So in addition to jumping, you should also lift heavy weights, because as the muscle where the tendon attaches to the bone where that's pulling, it helps stimulate bone growth as well. All right, let's do some jumping jacks. As fast or slow as you want to do them. But again, we're getting both feet off the ground, we're landing, creating impact, stimulating the bone. If you have osteoporosis, make sure your doctor has cleared you for doing this. If you just have osteopenia, low bone mass, you're probably good, but never hurts to check with your physician. Okay, let's go for lateral hops onto the bench, onto the step. Move this over so you can see what I'm doing. So we did these single leg hops before. We did them straight on. This time we're going to do them to the side. So I've got just my left leg and I'm hopping up. Now, as you can see, I don't have a lot of spring in my legs, and I never have. I'm 52, and when I was a teenager in high school, playing basketball, I didn't jump very high, and my coach called me dimes, because that's all he could slide under my foot when I jump. So, I'm still dimes today. I think I'm actually 2 dimes these days. I think I can jump higher now than I did when I was a teenager, just because I've learned about plyometrics and strength training and all that good stuff. And I don't focus just on shooting a ball into the basket. Okay, right leg. Left leg is lifted. So you're just taking off from that right foot and landing on it. You can do this just across the floor if you don't want to jump up onto something. Good.
Rest.
All right, maybe we have 1 or 2 more. I haven't been counting this time. Okay, so now I think I'm going to jump wide, narrow, wide, narrow. And you can crank some good tunes and knock this out. I was cooking dinner and I was like, oh, my lentils need to cook for 20 minutes. I may as well go do my jumping exercises.
Work.
I'm going to go narrow, wide, narrow. Let's see. Maybe I can jump off the back. I can. Do whatever you think is fun, because it's just all about jumping.
Session.
We finished. Awesome. All right, get after it. I'll catch up with you later.